Well, so much for Walmart abandoning Arcade 1UP. Turns out I was wrong on that recent video, but you know what? I'm really happy to be wrong in this case. It's starting to look like Walmart's really just clearing out space for new cabinets, but perhaps also being selective about which new cabinets they carry. Today we're looking at the brand new Star Wars sit-down cabinet that just popped up for pre-order, and this is the first time we've seen this available. Remember the sit-down Star Wars cabinet from CES? It's now a sit-down Empire Strikes Back cabinet, and it's available for pre-order now, linked below. $500 is the price, and it features the Empire artwork. Quick background on the Star Wars cab. In the original arcades, Empire was an upgrade available to arcade owners to update their existing Star Wars Atari cabinets. It featured an all-new game with updated graphics, but despite the big name, Empire was actually really rare to find in arcades. The original Star Wars arcade was a huge success, big moneymaker, and arcade owners were reluctant to switch it out for a new game when they were already printing money. So this is a nice bit of arcade history to have Empire artwork, and as was true for the stand-up Star Wars cabinet, it's really nice to be able to play that game. Very few people ever got to play it in the arcades, so perfect type of game to re-release for home use. Now, Empire Strikes Back, the game from Atari, features slightly more detailed vector graphics. I detail this in my review of the Star Wars stand-up cabinet, and of course the games themselves actually are no different from that cabinet. It's just the new sit-down form factor. Overall, it's a really fun game, and I'd say I play Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back about the same amount of time on that cabinet. Now, contrary to some early reporting on this, the bench that comes with the sit-down cabinet is not a riser with a pad on it. It looks like it's a different product. It looks a little bit shallower. It's just shaped differently than the riser. But Arcade 1UP has teased that they will at some point, not been announced yet, release that separate bench product. So even if you already have the stand-up cabinet, you allegedly would be able to convert this to the sit-down cabinet, which is a nice touch. But with the Empire art here, OCD collectors now have a reason to own both. Notably, these are the same games though we already have, as I mentioned. And at the end of the day, the art itself is very similar. Now, I can't wait for racing cabinets in this sit-down format. I don't know if we're ever going to get true car-style seats, since that would cost a fortune and be very difficult to package for retail. But even with just a bench, throw in some high-quality pedals and a good steering wheel, this would look really sweet as a San Francisco Rush cabinet or Outrun or whatever racing games you're into. I am curious what you guys think. Are you interested in buying this? Or do you prefer or already own the stand-up version? My guess is a lot of the Star Wars fans already bought this cabinet last year and are unlikely to buy it a second time just for the sit-down or just for the slightly different artwork. But maybe I'm wrong and this will bring in a whole new audience who wanted a sit-down cabinet. Let me know below, and I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Wanted to get this update out. I will put a link to the pre-order as well. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe and hit like. Thanks guys, catch you later.
Dripping lights paint the sky.